right to you.
Actually, I just want to get in your t-shirt as well.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wore that t-shirt on purpose. Indie Theater Now. They publish some of my plays. They publish a lot of independent theater playwrights' plays.
Cool. Okay, good to know. And once again, can you introduce yourself just to camera and say your name and who?
Hi, I'm Kathleen Warnock. I'm the self-styled ambassador of love for North America from the International Dublin Gay Theatre Festival. And I'm a playwright whose work has been performed here 5 times.
And also the same with Brian, when I ask you a question, if you could repeat it in the first line of your answer.
Okay.
Why do you think it's significant to have a gay theatre festival?
Why is it significant to have a gay theatre festival? Because there are still 77 countries in this world where you can be put in jail for being gay. Even in the US, there's still states where I would not be welcome because I've only been allowed to marry my wife, that we've been together 15 years, 2 years ago. So it's essential for us to say who we are and where we are and what we're doing and what we need.
How have the themes in gay theatre literature evolved over the past 11 years?
Well, the themes have changed over the last 11 years in various ways because you can tell what's on people's minds. Coming out stories are frequently what a lot of playwrights do as their first play, but as the role of gay people in society has changed in the different countries over the last few years, you've seen plays about growing up, about being married, about having children, about being divorced, about getting older as a gay person, as well as plays on historic themes, the reclaiming of people who have been pink-washed out of history, and silly, fun comedies, which are always quite necessary, and plays that are just about people who happen to be gay, but they're really good plays.
How do you think people who are not gay have responded to this type of theatre?
Well, the people who aren't gay, I frequently see them in the theater, and they seem surprised. Too many people still stay away because of the word gay, and even some of the gay people stay away because of the word gay. You look out at the audience, and there's a certain reticence. People would like to participate more or give you more, and maybe they'll even find you afterwards in the lobby or at the bar that night and say, "I loved your play so much, it meant so much to me." And I get that from both gay people and straight people. I think if you touch them and they walk out and they're changed, then you've done your job.
Why did you decide to come to the Dublin International Gay Theatre Festival originally?
Oh, I originally came to the festival through a very happy freak of circumstance. I won a prize in the US, the Chesley Award, which is for emerging gay and lesbian playwrights, and it came with a little bit of a money prize. So I said to my wife, we should go on a trip somewhere. And she said, I've always wanted to go to Dublin. So I booked us a trip to Dublin, and I Googled Dublin Gay and Theatre. And we happened to be in on the weekend of the festival in 2006. And I walked into the box office, and I introduced myself to Brian and said, "Hello, I'm Kathleen Warnock. I'm a playwright from New York City. I want to come to your festival." And in about 2 years we did. And I came back in 2008 and 2009 with Emerging Artists Theatre in New York. Then, the financial world just crashed and everybody had a hard time. But I managed to make it back again in 2012 and 13, also with Emerging Artists Theatre, and this year with 2 plays from Provincetown and C-Tech Arts. And I'm thrilled to be bringing my play and Candace Rusk's play from Provincetown, which is traditionally a mecca and a haven for gay people and artists.
Why did you keep coming back?
Why do I keep coming back? Because I love Dublin. I love the people. You're lucky enough in your life if you have a good family of birth, but especially if you're gay, you often find that your chosen family are the ones that you rely on and the ones who have your back and you have theirs. And I have chosen family here. Brian is my chosen family, and so many of the other folks here are just people I long to see all year, and when I come here for this week, it makes me so happy.
Do you think that gay theatre is a genre?
Do I think gay theatre is a genre? I just did an interview about that in the Dramatist magazine in the US. I think it is a genre, and I think that the genre is what people make of it. Some people think of it as naked boy plays. Some people think of it as serious political stuff that discusses the work of, or the lives of gay people. And I also think it's still quite necessary, because people say, no, there's a ghettoization of it, and then people just push that stuff over there. I say, no, that means a certain percentage of the theater that's produced is gay theater, because gay people want to do gay theater on gay themes, and gay people want to come see their lives.
What's the play that you're bringing over, and why that particular play?
The plays that we're bringing over this year are called Two from Provincetown. One is a solo piece about the shade of a stripper in the combat zone in Boston, and she comes back for one night and tells us about a wonderful love in her life that was totally unexpected, and in Provincetown. That is by Candace Rusk, who's a playwright who's now in Austin, Texas, but has deep roots in Provincetown. And my play is called What to Throw Out, and it's been a very long journey for that play. I wrote it first about 15 years ago, and people have done it in various forms, and I could never get it the way I wanted it. It was a very important play to me. It was the first play I wrote after I came out, and I consider it my first grown-up play. It's my oldest baby. And so Margaret Van Sant, who is the artistic director of CTech Arts in Provincetown, asked me to send her something for the Provincetown Fall Playwrights Festival last year. And I pulled it out, because I've pulled it out again and again over the years, and I said, give it a shot. And so I went up to Provincetown last fall to see it, and she had done a lovely job with it, featuring Sarah McDonnell, who also plays the lead in Candace's play, and Dana McCoy. And I worked on it since then, because I saw things that I can do better than I did 15 years ago. And I put it back in rehearsal with Margaret, and then we sat down and said, we should take these two to Dublin. And we did. We raised the money. The people in Provincetown threw us a benefit, and our friends all contributed. And sure enough, last Saturday we got off the plane and we were here in Dublin to do two plays in the Cobalt Cafe, which is one of my favorite spaces in the festival. And we did it again.
What are your plans for the future in relation to the festival?
Well, my plans for the future in relation to the festival are to help it as much as I can from afar. I'm someone whose day job supports my playwriting, like most of us. And I do have some ideas and things I can do via the internet. I know a little something about websites and marketing and tweeting and producing. And my idea is to keep this festival going stronger than ever, getting more solid, qualified artists to come to the festival to keep it going and give it a name that everybody knows.
Yeah, I do. Just like to ask her, is there a difference between American writing for gay theatre and international writing?
Is there a difference?
I remember that from the other night.
We won't put that in.
You can put that in the outtakes.
No minority to offend.
Is there a difference between American gay writing for theatre and
International writing.
the international writing for gay theatre?
Well, I think that there are differences between American gay writing for theater and the international stuff, some of which is just cultural in the way people are taught and trained. Brian often says to me that the American playwrights all must have their Little House on the Prairie and Walton's Mountain moments, and that the plays should have a happy ending. And I don't know that I agree completely with that, but there is a strong sense of narrative structure and to land that ending. So that's true. And Americans love critique. They love you to put notes all over their scripts and give them feedback and sit in a workshop. And I don't, but I'm unusual for an American playwright. And it's not as traditional, at least with the Irish writers and the British writers that I've met. You don't take a play apart in a workshop, which is just fine with me. And the aspects of it, I mean, even if you couldn't tell by the accents, I could probably tell by the writer, because the form of presentation is based on their cultural upbringing.
What makes Dublin special?
What makes Dublin special?
Well, I will tell you what makes Dublin special. At 2 this morning, I posted on my Facebook page, dancing my ass off to Blondie in a gay bar in Dublin, winning. And to me, in some ways, that encapsulates all of what goes on here. The people, it's a small festival for one thing. You meet everybody in it. You make great, great friends that you stay in touch with, and you work with each other again, and you help each other in your home countries. And I've met people here from the beginning that Brian has brought in little baby actors and artists and writers and directors, and he's pushed them hard, and he's given them the tools, and he's given them a start. They've become working professional theater artists. It's a great, great thing, and it's also an obligation for us as artists to kick open the doors for the next generation, show them how to do it, and shove them through.